Hi friends, it's Rebecca. Today we're going to be working on the second chakra, which is located in your gluteal area and also in your reproductive organs. And it is the center of your creativity. It's also the center of your senses, your sensuality. So it controls, all different kinds of pleasures like food, touch, music, beautiful art, anything that gives you pleasure through your senses. And so if this chakra is blocked, you feel a little uptight. You don't feel like you can express yourself. Your creativity is gone. So we're going to be working a lot in this energy center today. And we're also using some biomedical feedback vibrations to help um, get your energies back in order, especially for the second chakra. Okay, so let's go ahead and find our mats. All right, let's start seated. Let's roll those shoulders up, back, and down, inhaling and exhaling. Good. And release that down. Let's go into our 3-part yoga breath. Deep into our bellies, into our ribs and lungs, into our chests and backs. Releasing from our bellies, our ribs and lungs, our chests and backs. As we inhale, let's bring in the light. As we exhale, let's release any stress, any tension, any static. Good. On our next breath, let's inhale those arms all the way up. Let's exhale into a nice forward fold. Externally rotating those hips, feeling that stretch on the outside. Breathing so far into the body that you can feel your back body rising and falling with the breath. Good. Let's slowly inhale. Bringing those hands back to the body. Good. Okay, let's go ahead and bring those feet forward. We're going to place one ankle on top of the opposite quadricep. We're going to go into a seated pigeon. Lots of pigeons today. We're going to externally rotate that hip. Good. And just press forward through those arms, gently opening the hip. Good. Let's take that top foot and bring it straight down. You can take that opposite heel and bring it towards your sits bone, or you can extend it straight out. It's totally up to you. Good. And let's go ahead and pull that leg in with the opposite arm and look over the back shoulder, getting another good stretch right here. Good. As we exhale, let's bring that chest forward, bring that foot back underneath, and simply switch sides. Good. Gently press forward, flexing that foot, opening out that hip, breathing. Good, let's bring that foot straight down again. You can extend that bottom leg or bring that heel towards your hip. Good, let's embrace that leg into the body. Good, use your free arm to backstroke back, looking over that back shoulder. Good, stretching right through here. Gently come back. Okay, let's unravel those legs. Shake them out, shake them out. Good. Let's cross those ankles and come all the way forward into our cat-cow position. Nice tabletop. Good. Let's stack those wrists under elbows, elbows under shoulders, knees under hips. All right, let's start with that tailbone. Good. Dropping the belly, opening the heart, softening the throat, softening the forehead and the crown of the head. Tilting that tailbone, rounding the spine, feeling lots of space in between each vertebra, pouring out all your stress through the crown of your head like a pitcher of water. Inhaling as your belly drops, exhaling as it rounds. All right, let's come into our nice neutral spine. Let's tuck those toes underneath. First down dog of the day. Good. Lifting those hips up towards the ceiling, pressing those heels down towards the floor. Bringing your heart center towards your thighs. Breathing. If you want to, you can bicycle those heels side to side. Move through those hips. Good. Gorgeous. All right, let's walk those feet forward. So now we're in a nice forward fold. Releasing your head all the way down. Cradle the opposite elbow with the opposite hand. And breathe. Good. Bring those fingertips to your shins. Inhaling all the way up into your monkey. Exhaling into your chair. Let's do easy chair right now. Placing your hands on top of your thighs. Okay, from here, you're just going to look over your shoulder and really stretch right through here through the hip. We're going to do a lot of work in this area. Good. Coming back to center and moving to the other side. Coming back to center, inhaling all the way up. Good, let's exhale, bring those hands behind, chest opener. Breathe right into that heart center. Let's bring those knuckles down towards the ground. Good, and if you can't clasp your hands, that's okay, just leave them right at your sides. Okay, pressing those knuckles down towards the floor, stretching the sides of your neck. Keep your knees nice and soft. Good, back to center. Let's roll those shoulders a few times. One more time. Good. Standing in a beautiful Tadasana. Let's come to the top of our mats. Inhaling those arms all the way up. Let's exhale into a forward fold. Step the right foot back. Good. Let's bring the knee down for this time. Inhaling arms all the way up. Bringing hands to heart center. Now push into the hip flexor right through here. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's come back onto our shin. Press that heel down into the earth. Extend through the spine. Open up those hamstrings. Good. Let's come back into that lunge. We're going to tuck those back toes under. We're going to step back into our down dog. Good. And if you want to shake out your hips and everything, you can just bounce those heels up and down, up and down. If you don't want to, you can just leave it nice and static. Good. Let's exhale into our plank. Good. Feel that strength emanating up through the palms of the hands into the heart center. Let's bring those knees down. Let's bring those bellies down. Good. Now from here, we're just going to rock those hips side to side, massaging out, there I am, massaging out the front of the hips. Good. Squeeze those elbows into the body. Squeeze your glutes. Lift all the way up. Anchor that body. Good. And feel the spine growing up through the crown of the head. Good. Let's exhale all the way back down. Let's push back into our down dog. Good. Let's bring the feet together and extend the right leg straight up. We're going to bend that knee. We're going to look underneath the armpit and we're going to push up through the rib cage and the right hip, and your necklace is going to go up your nose. Good. Feel that big stretch on the hips. Good. Let's bring those hips forward. Let's step that right foot forward. Good. Bring that left knee down, or whatever knee. Okay. And we're going to press into the hip flexor here. Breathe. Okay, coming back onto our shin, we're going to bring that heel down towards the earth, extend through the spine, opening up that hamstring. Good. Let's come back into that lunge. Step forward into your forward fold. Good. Hugging those thighs. Let's bring those sits bones up towards the ceiling. Release through the crown of your head. Good. Now let's draw those fingertips up to our shins, inhaling. Let's exhale into our chair. Okay, we're going to take one elbow and we're going to take it to the outside of our thigh here, okay? If that's a little too much, you can go to that first move that we did earlier, just pushing back into that hip. Otherwise, bring that elbow to the outside. You can open up the arms if you like, or just leave them right here in prayer position. Keep your head above your heart. Good. Bring those hands back to center. Inhaling all the way up. Let's exhale back into our chair and switch sides. Bringing hands back to heart center. Inhaling all the way up. Let's exhale those hands back down. Chest expansion, or you can go into a back bend if you want to. I'm going to do a chest expansion this time. Really opening the area around my heart, pointing my tailbone down towards the earth. Breathing. Exhaling and bringing those arms down. Let's roll those shoulders a few times. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, let's come to the top of our mats again. Okay, ready? Let's inhale those arms all the way up. Exhale, swan dive into a forward fold. Step your left leg back this time. Inhaling, arms all the way up. Let's sink into that perineum. Press back through the back heel. Good. Now from here, we're going to bring our hands down to the earth. Bring the knee down to the floor, and we're going to crawl out of our hip. Maybe we're going to stay on our hands. Maybe we're going to come onto our forearms. Good. If you're feeling pretty flexible and your knee and your ankle joints are okay, you're going to flex your foot and let your knee open to the side, keeping that foot flexed. If you want to. If that doesn't feel good, you're not going to do that. Okay. And we're breathing, opening up through that hip. Ooh. Good. Okay, standing back into your lunge. I'm going to show you what we're going to do on the other side. Stay where you are. Good. Now, you can bring your hands over to one side with your knee down. You can extend your back leg and bring your elbow to the outside of your thigh. You can bring your hands to heart center, or you can open also. Sink those hips. Feel that stretch right through here. That's where we're releasing everything. That's where the second chakra is. This is where your sense of humor is. And that makes sense, because if you've ever seen anyone who's uptight, there's not a lot of sense of humor there. They walk around really stiff. It doesn't work. Okay, let's bring those hands down. Let's step back into our down dog again. Good. Bring those chests towards your thighs. Woo. All right, let's come into our plank. Down to our bellies. Good. Rock those hips side to side. Good. Squeeze those glutes. Push those hips into the floor. Lift. Only go as far as your low back will allow, and that feels safe. Exhaling back down. Coming back into our down dog. Good. This time, lift your left leg up towards the sky. Bend that left knee. Look underneath your left armpit. Push your hips. Push your ribs up towards the sky. Breathe. Good. Let's bring that hip back down. Step that left foot forward. Good. Let's come into our crescent lunge. Press back through the back heel. Sink down into the perineum. Good. Let's bring those hands down to the earth. Bring the knee down to the floor. Both hands are going to come into the instep of the right foot, and you're going to crawl out of that hip. Now, if you want to, you can flex that left foot and let the knee open on this side, but only if it feels safe. Okay. Breathing. Notice if you're clenching your jaw. If you are, just try to release it. The fifth chakra and the second chakra are really closely related. So if you're a little tight here, you might be tight here too. Okay, let's step into that foot. Beautiful. Now you can bring your hands to the other side. You can bring your elbows to the other side. Good. You can lift that back knee, and you can open as well, whatever works best for you. Feeling that beautiful stretch. Good. All right, let's bring it back. Let's step forward into our forward fold, hugging those thighs. Woo. Inhaling to our monkeys. Exhaling to our chairs. Beautiful. Let's inhale all the way up. And exhale. Good. Now, if you want, you can go into that chest expansion, or you can bring your fists right above those glutes. Squeeze those glutes. Push those hips forward. Lift up out of your spine and go into your gentle back bend. Good. Let's inhale and come right back over that tailbone. Ooh, okay. Roll those shoulders a few times. She says. All right, we're going to keep opening those hips. Okay, so let's come to the top of our mat again. Inhaling those arms up. Exhaling, forward fold. Let's bring the right leg back. Good. Inhaling, arms up. Sinking into that crescent lunge. Press that back heel back, not down, but back. Good. All right, let's pivot open. Come into your warrior two. So now we're externally rotating. Good. We're going to bring our forearm onto that front thigh. Extend. This is called extended angle. Use your elbow to press this thigh out. So you're stretching right through here. Good, okay. If you're happy here, stay right here. Otherwise, bring your hand down maybe to the floor. Maybe you want to take those fingertips, bring them to your hip crease. Maybe you want to go into a bind. Good, open, open. Keep externally rotating that hip. Beautiful. Both hips actually, right? Okay, so we're gonna let go. We're gonna come forward into our lunge. We're gonna bring that back knee down. All right, we're gonna be careful here because if this doesn't feel good on our knees, we're gonna go into pigeon like we did at the very beginning of class, seated with the ankle on top of the opposite quadricep. Otherwise, we're gonna heel toe, that left foot over towards that right hip. We're gonna square everything up. We're gonna we're not gonna sit into one side. We're gonna square everything up. Good, those sits bones are pressing back and down. Good, opening up right here. All right, this is Raja Pigeon, puffing that chest a little bit forward. Beautiful. Now, if you're comfortable here, I want you to stay here. Otherwise, you can try something new. You can come down onto the forearms, extend through that spine. Keep breathing. Try not to lean into that hip. Stay nice and square. Good. And if you want to, you can go a little further, bringing the forehead down. Okay, slowly, gently, come back up. Good. If you want to, you can bring that back leg and bend it. You can leave it right there, or you can reach back, pull it in a little bit, getting another stretch right here on the quadricep. Good. If you want, you can maybe come into a balance. Don't have to. All right, and we'll gently release that. Good, we're gonna come into our down dog. So that was a lot. Okay, so if you want to, you can jump, or not jump, but move those heels up and down, shake it out a little bit. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Woo. Okay, let's come into our plank. Beautiful. Let's bring those knees down. Let's bring those bellies down. Let's gently rock those hips side to side. Okay, let's bring those elbows right close to the rib cage. Squeeze those glutes. Push those hips into the mat, coming back into your cobra. Only go as far as that back feels comfortable with. And we'll gently come back down. All right, let's tuck those toes, come back into our down dog. Gorgeous. Let's lift that leg straight up, the right leg. Press down through the left heel. Good. Really extend through that right leg. Really press down. Big stretch. All right, let's step that right foot forward. Good. Inhale. I'm going to switch sides so you can see what I'm doing. Good. All right, inhaling up. Woo, sinking down through that pelvic floor. Good. We're going to externally rotate into that. Here we go. Externally rotate into that warrior two. All right, let's bring our forearm onto our front thigh. Extend. Use that elbow to press that thigh away so it helps to externally rotate, right? Beautiful. If we want to, we can take these fingers to the floor. We can take these fingers into the hip crease behind us. Maybe we'll go into a bind if we want to, don't have to. Okay, we're going to release those hands. We're going to pivot back into our lunge. Good. And we're going to bring that left knee down. We're going to heel toe that right foot so that it comes to the left hip. Again, we're going to square right up over those hip bones. We don't want to lean into one side, okay? All right, coming into our Raja Pigeon, puffing that chest up. Good, externally rotating that right hip, pressing equally down through those sits bones. All right, let's bring those forearms down to the floor. Maybe if that feels good, extending through the spine. Maybe go a little further by bringing the forehead down. Okay, let's gently come up. If you want to, you can stay right here, or you can bend that back leg, maybe hold on to it for a nice stretch. If you want to, you can go into that bind, maybe not. Oop. A little cramp there. I think I need to drink more water. Whew. Beautiful. Let's release that leg. Okay, let's come back into our down dog. And we're just maybe going to come into a stagnant down dog, or maybe we're just going to give it a little bit of a shake. Good. Let's walk those feet forward into a nice forward fold. Hugging those thighs, extending through the spine. Inhaling into our monkeys. Exhaling into our chairs. Good. Let's inhale those arms up. Your choice. You can go into a chest expansion or a back bend, up to you. I'm going to do a chest expansion this time. Whichever you choose, let's breathe right into that heart center. And release. Let's roll those shoulders. So our lower body, from our hips down, should be feeling a lot of movement, a lot of energy kind of moving through it in a good way, like a kind of a dance. The upper body's probably feeling okay too, but this should be really energized, which is exactly what we want. We really want to energize this portion of the body. So we're just going to keep things kind of moving. We're going to come into a wide stance, and we're just going to, it's almost like we're hula hooping, okay? Bringing those hips behind, bringing them forward. Good, and take this circle in the other direction. And if moving through your hips feels kind of uncomfortable, that's okay. But it is important to feel comfortable in that part of your body. And so just keep practicing moving through, letting that creativity flow. A lot of the times we're told that those sensual things like the food, the music, the taste, the touch, that they're not good things, but everything is good in moderation, right? And doing it in a healthy way. So this is good. Okay, so we're gonna bend those knees, and we're just going to do a nice little figure 8 with those hips. Just getting comfortable moving through. Okay, this is also really good work for the core. Good, and gently come back to center. So we should still be in a really nice wide-legged stance. We're going to inhale those arms all the way up. Exhale into a forward fold. Good. Now from here, we're going to heel toe out into a wide-legged straddle split. Only go as far as is comfortable. If you like to do the splits, you can certainly do that. Okay, just make sure that if your feet are on the mat, that they're firmly planted, that the outsides of the feet are pressing down. You don't want to lift the outsides of the feet. Keep it nice and stable. Good. Now we're stretching the inseams of our legs, extending through our spines and breathing. Try shifting your weight back into your heels a little bit and notice the different sensation there. Okay, we're going to bring those hands underneath us. We're going to heel toe to a wide stance. Okay, with the knees out to the side, we're going to come into a nice yoga squat, and we're going to use those elbows to press those thighs away. Good. Sink that tailbone down towards the mat. Good. Now we're going to bring those bums down, bring those knees in. Let's roll through the back, exhaling, inhaling. Do that several times. Follow your breath. Gorgeous. Okay, let's go ahead and hold on to one shin, and we're going to roll down onto our backs, one vertebra at a time. And we're going to bring those knees into our chests and just gently rock side to side. Good. Let's take those knees, draw a big circle on the ceiling. Let's draw our circle in the other direction. Awesome. Okay, let's bring that left foot down, extend the right leg up. You can extend the left leg all the way down if you want to, or you can keep it bent. Let's rotate through the right ankles. Good. And maybe bring that thigh a little bit closer to the body, stretching the hamstring. All right, let's take that circle in the other direction. Good. Let's squeeze our toes and release. Squeezing and releasing. Let's flex our feet and point. Flexing and pointing. Good. The next time we flex, let's draw the leg in just a little bit closer. See if we can extend just a little bit further through that leg. Good. Then we're going to drop that knee down towards the right armpit. You can hold on to the hamstring, you can hold on to the calf, or you can hold on to the bottom of the foot, creating a little pressure in that hip. All right, let's bring that knee into the chest. Let's invite it to the opposite side. Let's keep that shoulder way planted on the mat. Looking over at the fingertips if that feels okay, extending through the bottom leg. Good, let's roll back onto our backs. Bring the ankle on top of the opposite thigh. Good, and reaching through in our upside down pigeon, use our right elbow to press that right thigh away. If you want a little bit different sensation, you can reach through and hold on to your left shin. Let's slide our right knee on top of our left. Grab our shins and pull them in towards our body. Good. Then let's take the right shin in the right hand, left shin in the left hand. Let those knees fall gently out. Oh, big breaths. I bet they're yawns. Let's bring those knees back in. Place the right foot down this time. Extend the left leg. If you want to extend the right leg, you can. Nice big circles through that left ankle. Good. Let's take that rotation in the other direction. Let's flex our feet and point. Oh, I'm sorry, squeeze our toes. Let's squeeze our toes and release. Squeezing and releasing. Okay, now let's flex our feet and point. Flexing and pointing. And draw that leg just a little further in, extending through that heel. Ooh. Good, let's bend that left knee, invite it over to the right side of the body. Keep that left shoulder firmly planted on the mat. Maybe look at your left fingertips. Come back onto your back, take that left ankle on top of the right thigh, holding on to the right hamstrings. Use your left elbow to press your left thigh away. In upside down pigeon, if you want to, you can hold on to your shin for just a little different sensation. Slide that left knee on top of the right, grabbing those shins, pulling them in towards the body. All right, let's hold on to our shins, let the knees drop open. Drawing some circles with those knees. And maybe taking our circles in the other direction. Good. Let's bring those feet down to the mat. Bring those arms to our sides. Let the knees gently fall to one side. Exhaling, inhaling back to center. Exhaling to the other side. Getting a really nice gentle massage on those glutes. Opening up the hip flexors. And gently coming back to center. Moving right into our Shavasana. You can stack the knees against each other with the feet nice and wide if you're protecting that low back so that the quadriceps don't have to do any work. You can bring the soles of the feet together, externally rotating those thighs, getting a little more stretch there. Or you can extend your legs all the way out. Just make sure you have plenty of room in between your vertebrae. And start your 3-part yoga breath deep into your bellies, into your ribs and lungs, into your chests and backs. Releasing from your bellies, ribs and lungs, chests and backs. Inhaling the light, exhaling any stress or tension. Okay, go ahead and stay in your Shavasana for as long as you like. And also for the second chakra, maybe tonight or later today, do something really nice for yourself. Whether it's like taking a bubble bath because that feels really good to you, or eating a good piece of chocolate, or watching a good movie, whatever it is, just enjoy it. Really engage in the senses that it's pleasing to, and just really enjoy that, and don't feel bad about it. Those things are really important. It's important to feed your soul. All right, have a really good rest of your day. I will see you next time.